Good afternoon everyone, this is Kosala, also known as Marventus, bringing you yet another episode of Rift Info. And here we are today talking about actual rifts. I am standing in a rift right now. Let's take a quick look at the situation. If you look on the map, right, a rift shows up as one of these things, these shiny twirly things. We've got a death rift we're staring at right now. There are water rifts, there are earth rifts, fire ones, air ones, and you name it, it exists. Now, in front of everything, the rift looks something like this. Check that puppy out. That is some seriously amazing shit right there. It is a death rift that has spawned on top of us right here. Now, the purpose of these rifts is to take out waves of invaders. Here I have auto-joined a rift group. Let's help out our buddies over here who are trying to survive. And I'm taking out a rift group here along with the others who have joined in on this fight. Now, once you've taken out these waves, and there's a certain timeline to all of this. Sorry about the FPS, it goes completely crazy as soon as I join the rift because of all the things happening. I'm going to step aside a little bit to explain this a little bit better. Now, you see all these mobs standing out there. This tells you which mobs there are around there to kill for this particular wave. In your rift icon right over here, notice that this is not the default placement of the user interface elements. I've moved some stuff around, but you'll see an icon like this. This tells you what wave of the rift you are currently on, and there's also a timer that counts down that you have to take down these mobs in sufficient amounts of time in order to get to the next wave. Here we are, stage 1 is now complete. We're now into stage 2, needing to take down whatever comes up next. And here we've got one guy in the middle. Let's help take that one down so we can actually see stage 3 as well. Small pause, and here we go. There we have it. Stage 2 is afoot. Let me heal myself here, all kinds of stuff going on. Things are dying left, right and everywhere. These things do get pretty hectic. Right now my FPS has dropped to 6 because there's just too much stuff happening on the screen. I should probably have lowered my graphics before I started this video, but there you go, these rifts just crept up on me as they do. Now, why would you want to do all this, you ask? As you continue doing this, you see the bottom icon here on the rift guide. There is a little button there that shows you loot. When a rift is complete, or a rift has been vanquished, which hopefully we'll be able to see happen here, you get loot. And I will show you exactly what that is in just a second. The mobs also drop loot as it is, which is what I just greeted there in front of you. Let me just knock this puppy out. Whoa, that was a nice crit. 252 crits landing in a row. Gotta love that. I am playing a shaman here, by the way. My DPS mode is a chamois. And I am knocking the crap out of this 3rd Battalion commander. There it is, he's toast. What else we got here? Protect the healer! Protect him, I say. He's dead. And he's back. This 3rd Battalion guy pops in and out. The mobs that come from the different rifts are quite varied. And you do get to have a certain amount of fun and games dealing with this. And the loot actually is pretty damn excellent. Now, what decides which loot you get is based entirely on your participation. The more you participate and the more effect you have in closing down these rifts, the more stages you complete in, the better your loot table will be. And your loot table is individual to every individual player. So it is certainly in your best interest to get involved in as many of these rifts as possible and help seal them, which is really part of the overall story of rifts anyway. Because you are supposed to be stopping these invasions from happening. Hold on, I'm being pummeled by some form of skeleton type. There it is, it's dead. Now we are now into stage 5. And this is a bonus stage. We should be hit with an elite at this point. Yes, there it is. The mobs keep getting tougher. The longer in the stages you get, you see from the prickly icon over here that it is actually an elite that has popped in. Once again, my apologies for the FPS, which is just horrendous right now. It's down to 7. But we will persevere through it. And we got another one over here. Is he going to go down? Is he going down? There it is. The elite is down. We are now into rift sealed. There you see the rift is now gone. The rift has been vanquished. It is goners, and that is how rifts work in the game. They are actually quite fun amusement as stuff just randomly pops up from time to time. Now let's take a look at the loot situation. I click on the loot button, it tells me what loot I have earned. Now I've got a plain shard here that comes from a quest that I have. I've got an otherworldly source stone, I've got which can be traded for items during this period only. because there is a special event running right now in Rift. Other than that, you would get normal source stones of varying degrees of quality depending on how much you've participated, and those can be turned into vendors for items. Planarite, you will always get Planarite. Again, those can be turned in for items, and you get special loot as well. Here you've got lesser planet essences that go into your energized source cores or any kind of source cores to buff up your stats. Some really good loot comes from Rift, so it's very well worth doing these. I'm going to take all of this, and then I'm going to complete a quest that I have as well in order to get an additional soul, the soul of the Kabbalist. Here it is. I need to nuke this guy. Whoa, he appeared behind me. That's rather crafty. Taking a spot of time to kill here. These are optional quests, by the way, little mini games really if you want to collect all the souls in your for your race, which certainly I do, or for your calling I should say, which is not at all your race but rather your class. And now we can also exit the party, and there we have it, everyone. Rifts in the game of Rift. Now while this is going on, we are now also in the midst of a patch 1.1, or rather expansion 1.1 event. There is massive invasions going on all over the place. There is some weird blue thing that is running across the whole of Meridian's front line and across this map all over Freemarch. No idea where the hell that came from, but it came anyway. Now we've got some other Defiance invading over here in the south of the map. There's loads of invasions going on. Looking pretty quiet right now actually, but in general there's loads of invasions going on. The amount of invasions happening simultaneously depends on how many people are on the map at any given time. So the more people on the map, the more these Rift events will occur and the harder they become. So it's rather intelligently set up. I am enjoying this whole Rift thing. It just suddenly pops up while you're in the midst of doing other things, giving you the choice of participating or not participating. But generally it is in your advantage to participate. So certainly very cool concept. I will be bringing you more coverage on these things as time goes by. I just want to do a quickie on the Rift concept itself. Once again, apologies for the ridiculous FPS there. I really need to do something about that. New computer in the next couple of months, and then we shall be doing these at full resolution. Damn, that's gonna be fun. Until then, have yourselves an absolutely lovely day.